We've heard it all before. These grips will change your putting. These grips will really work for you. Well, I have never seen anybody use this grip before. I've never seen anybody at a golf club use this grip before. We're going to go whole hog, aren't we, mate?
Absolutely. This is the BJM KOTAHI grip. We're going to put these on our gamers and we're going to play them.
Right, Josh, let's pop them on our clubs. Let's test it.
Absolutely. Okay, mate, so we've got them on our gamers now. Put them on our actual putters that we're using. Let's talk tech. Let's see.
Josh is in panic mode, aren't you, mate?
I'm a little bit, yeah.
I had a little quick go of this and I really like it. So, as we said, these are the BJM... Go on, mate, take the name away.
KOTAHI.
KOTAHI, there we go. I needed a bit of a prompt. So, let's talk a little bit of simple tech and what they believe. So, they're going with the theory here that, and I'm going to say right now, me and Josh are kind of fully invested in this. We've had a few phone calls with them, a few Zooms, just to understand what they actually are about.
Yeah.
And I can really see this being good. So their theory is that it's not just a grip, it's a putting system. And if we put it in simple terms, it takes the wrist out of the putting stroke, right? If we just want to think about it.
Yeah.
So how they suggest holding it, and how I imagine this is, and I found that I've done this quite a bit with like a drill that I do. I tell most people to do this, so I get a lot of people to go palms up, a little bit of bend in the arm, practice the putting stroke like this, rock the baby. That's how I get people to get the body to move.
Yeah.
Now, I actually thought of this, and I've been doing this before I even knew these grips were even a thing. And well, look at this. This is how they suggest that you hold it. So this top edge sits on top of your putter, palms up to the sky or palms out towards the camera. Not your traditional, palms this way. So Josh is going to show you this in a second as well. Your wrist mobility is really reduced if you're in this motion. When the hands are on top, more traditional grip, your wrist mobility is increased. You can turn them all over the place. So how I think about this is, if you're one of them players, Josh, no, but you think about it, those pressure putts, those short putts, they're the ones where we get like a little bit involved with the hands, don't we? I'm just using you as an example, mate.
Are you saying I'm a bad putter?
I'm saying you could be a better putter. Constructive criticism, mate. So before we get Josh to try it, which we will do now, what is your favourite putter grip? So what did you use before? Because these are totally different.
Well,
you had like a super stroke kind of thing, didn't you?
Yeah, that kind of big grip. Well, we've got it down and we'll show you guys in a sec, but I think everyone tried the thicker grip, tried the thinner grip, tried different ways of holding it, and I'm going to explain that in a second, and I think this is going to be revolutionary. Yeah, so smash those comments down below what grip you're currently using. So as you can see here, there are two different thicknesses. The thickest one is actually their standard, not their oversized. This is their standard. So they believe the thicker, the better. Then you have the undersized one, I think they call it. Yeah, it is undersized. Now, I'm going to be honest with you, I've gone with the undersized because I've never used a thick grip before. Josh has, not this style, Josh has. So I've gone undersized just to sort of try it, test the water. But annoyingly, I put it on Josh's the oversized and I picked his up and I absolutely loved it. I was like, wow, this feels mint. Right, enough of me blabbing on, mate. Get you involved, let's get you testing it. So mate, what grip were you currently using? What were you gaming? So I've used like thicker grips, like slightly thicker than a normal grip. I've tried everything. So exactly. Like, and how did you hold that one? This is I started obviously the normal grip. Yeah. Then I tried left over right. And then you tried. Most recently. And then you tried. Exactly. And then you tried. I've been going like either side, and it's trying to get that feeling of taking the wrist out of it. That's all I've been trying to do. Because that's why you went for that grip, isn't it? You went for that grip to take those hands out of the putt in stroke. Which, if you look at most people are trying to do that. We get tetchy on those short ones, right? And you don't want to be in that situation. Exactly. And like you make a joke out of it, but you even said to me the other day when we were talking about it, those 15 feet to 10 foot putts, which I should be making most of, I'm not. Yeah. Where this, I feel, is what I've been looking for, which is why I've gone 2-footed. Okay, so I'm going to take that one off you for the time being. Pass me that here. Stand over this putt here, mate. And I just want you just to show me your wrist mobility. So just shake the putter around. Don't hit the putt. Okay, so everybody look at this here. We're going to zoom in. Can't do that again. Okay, look at that. Okay, Josh, now get this bad boy on. Okay. Now show me. So palms towards the camera. Show me that now. So you can only move them really left like that way, can't you? Yeah. But before you could roll them in every single direction. Exactly. It takes so much of that motion out. and that mobility out of it, 100%.
So what I want you to do is, we've sort of highlighted these 3 putts as like our must makes.
Yeah, exactly.
So we've got a 3-footer, we've got a 6.5, 7 footer, and we've got like a 12 to 15 foot putt.
Yes.
These are the ones, like, if you're gonna lower that handicap, you're gonna win everything at Northern as you have been for the last 3 or 4 weeks.
Sorry guys.
These are the ones that you could improve on. Like, as we said, like, and I think most people probably feel that way. Yep. If you have a day out, you put in, like, you either make the world or you don't hole anything.
Exactly.
You don't really have that middle ground.
Like we were discussing the other day, there is no middle ground. It's either one or the other, and it's finding that middle ground to just, like you said about the long game, a lot of us can have that 85% day and be okay.
Yeah.
Where I think a lot of club golfers find that it gets ruined on the putting green.
Yeah. So I want you to hit these 3 putts. Talk me through, because this is what everybody's going to want to think about here, Josh. What does it feel like to you? Do you feel like your arms and hands are less involved?
Yep.
And do you feel like your body's doing more of the system? Because going back to their theory, this is a putting system that basically, in a simple way, takes your hands out of it. Also, guys, smash those comments down below. If you want to hear more about this system in detail, we can get the guys from BJM to give us a bit more of an in-depth, sciencey look at it. I know some of you like the science, so smash those comments down below if you'd love to hear a little bit more of that. Okay, Josh, your feelings, don't let them down here.
You've got to get it.
No, you don't at all. Feelings though, how did it feel?
It feels good, to be honest. It's something very, very different. I think it will take some getting used to. However, I feel like I can't. It just doesn't feel natural to do it holding the club like this, to move the wrist. So yeah. I feel it takes that out and it's more in the shoulders than the chest.
Okay, go on, putt number 2.
You hate to see it.
Okay, and putt number 3. Guys, we're just doing this more for a feeling point of view. How does this feel? What feedback are you getting? We're testing the theory. We're not really bothered about holding putts right now. This is literally the first time Josh has picked it up.
The key to it is it takes away those wrists big time. Like, you can feel it straight away. Even if you went left over right, I think they say you can do it both ways. Yeah. But I think it just takes it away, makes it more in the chest, and you feel like you've got more control over the club. There's less room for error.
I agree, mate. Can I have a go? Let's talk a little bit more tech. Things that I like about it. Nice and tacky. Really feels like really rubbery, nice and soft in your hands. Yeah. You're also going to see, like, traditionally like this, I always call it like the backbone, the putter. Usually it's on the bottom, it's now on the top. High sides either side.
It's almost like a teardrop.
Yeah, exactly. Look at that, and then from the top, look at it there. Teardrop's a great idea. What I think is a good point in saying this right about this is it's not a putter grip that's been made on a whim. Lots of research has gone in behind this, and it's a putting system.
That's the key.
It's not just a grip.
That is the key. It's a system, it's a technique, not just a grip. Lovely, well done.
That really does feel like my hands can't get involved as much. No. As much. It was interesting listening to them. Ernie L's actually using this putter. We didn't say that, did we?
No, I haven't said that.
No. Ernie L's actually using this putter grip and this whole system.
He was using the undersized one.
Undersized one.
They think that he should be. They think he should be using a large grip.
Like what I've done. That whole worry, I worried that if I put that on, the head would feel light. Yeah. It doesn't. I don't feel that's really affected it. Yeah. So again, over it, I'm trying to feel like the arms are quite passive in the whole thing. I'm literally controlling it through the sternum, and this rocking rather than how many times you feel like you're trying to get out of this.
That's the thing.
You do it in a drill, but you can't take it. Yeah. Anyway, here we go. Putt number 2. We've already beaten Josh here, everybody.
It's hard, is it?
Oh, referee. I like it.
You hate to see it.
I like it. I like it a lot.
Last one. See, look at me, he's lining this up. I didn't line them up.
I didn't say you couldn't, mate. Oh, it's a lovely putt. You know what I think would be interesting, Josh? Getting this on some technology
Yeah.
And measuring from our old putters our like rate of closure, the centre to strike, how consistent that is. Because if you think about it this way, everything that we're trying to control in the long game is get the hands to be more passive and get the body to be our big release.
Yeah.
Well, this is basically sort of saying the same thing.
Exactly, and they said, didn't they, on our call when they were testing it with a pro, that okay, it wasn't immediately better straight away, but it was no worse.
Yeah.
And I think that's the key to it, is a little bit of practice.
But don't forget, they weren't used to it. They just picked it up.
Exactly. So you get used to this, and I'm expecting to be holding puts from all over the place.
Can I take one ball with my putter?
You want to have one? You want to have one?
I want to have one with my putter.
Oh, look at him.
Oh, I'm like a kid in a sweet shop.
Alex has got the underside grip on here. He's only got small hands.
Cheers, mate. Do you know what, I just really like the feeling. People probably look at this going, oh, you're paid to do this. We're not paid to do this at all.
No.
They approach me, and as you know, like we're new to all these like reviews and stuff. They approach me like, oh, we've got to put a grip, it's a system. So I was like, oh, this is interesting. Sent me an email, spoke to them a few times, and the reason why we're bringing this is today, because I actually really believe in what this is.
Yeah.
It's helping the average golfer, helping the pro, helping Josh, helping me actually.
This is the thing.
Because I think I'm really going to enjoy putting with this. I like the bright colours. I mean, they have so many colours, but
yeah.
And I don't feel like we've done that justice.
Neither do I, actually. It's a very good point. Maybe a little bit more practice.
Maybe a little bit more practice. But what we wanted to get across to you today is what this grip does, getting the hands out of it, getting into a position where you can almost, we'll call it, rock the baby, instead of getting the hands involved. And I really think you should definitely give these a go. It's something for you to try. Now, one thing we would say is we've just hit a few more putts, haven't we?
Yeah, and I think that once you get used to the grip, once you decide whether you want to go right over left, left over right, this is going to be serious. Like, I've just held 2 out of 3 and then brought the ball back and hold the 3rd one. So I think a little bit of practice, getting used to the grip, palms up.
It's literally like the first time we have touched them. Guys, get in those comments down below, smash us down below what you think of it. What are your first initial thoughts of it?
Absolutely.
Like, we'd love to hear what that is. So smash those comments down below. As always, don't forget to hit that big red subscribe button and join in next Friday for some more review content.
See you next week.